Like I thought. No more paths back to reality. But how can I be sure that I'm going the right way without scenes from reality to keep me on track? I can't even be sure of how long I've been walking for. The further I travel, they can just materialize out of thin air. Is that the ray here of Solnari?
You are the moon goddess. But please, there's no need.
I find that a little difficult to...
The way you used my own power against me was... And then, in the final moment before I was thrown into this space...
Mr. Dainsleif.
Right. It was so... When I first got here, how I cursed and devoured. But to no avail. This is the second time I've entered this space. Though I have no... But this time I survived. It must be partly because of...
Are you the source of the abyssal power in you?
Not all of it. Some is from when I first arrived here and tried to destroy everything. But there was already a degree of abyssal power here before I entered. And like a venomous snake...
Tried to?
Yes.
What do you...
The voices in my... And then...
Her?
Thalindis.
Never mentioned that she saw a memory of the
More precisely, I saw her after... Anyway.
If I hadn't escaped through the moon gate... What?
You'd like to know how I know. The one who resurrected me said so. I could hear a deep lust for power in his voice.
Do you...
Dottore. He'd been collecting fragments of my body for a long time. I had no interest in his research. But...
So that's why the Wild Hunt suddenly became so active in Nodcry. When I left the...
Moon Goddess? Could I...
What?
I know this is a lot to ask, especially from someone who tried to kill you. If you refuse, I won't. But this is the only thing...
What do you want?
I'd like you to take a message to Thalindis.
Thalindis?
Yes. She's dead. I can sense that some part of her soul remains here.
Why don't you go and speak to her?
I can't. I don't know why, but I can't move freely in this space. All I can see is a glimpse of her walking away. Just in return, I will clear these abyssal obstacles for you. No, not in return. I'll clear them for you, whether you want to help me or not. It feels like something... Yeah. Why, indeed. I'm tired of it all. Tired of the person I became. I think I grew tired of...
What do you wish to tell?
All of it.
Is it okay if I give her the abridged version?
Yeah, I'm sure there's plenty you can skip over.
Like the part where you relentlessly tried to kill...
Love demands honesty. But my relationship with Thalindis, we hid too much from each other. But after living my... There. The Abyss will no longer
Even though Mr. Dainsleif felt he had to fight you, I think he still regarded you as a friend. He said that you betrayed him, but he also felt great remorse at never having...
Why? Tell me.
Because...
I know this will sound strange coming from me, but...
He kept his word. The abyss is no longer obstructing my path. Is that Galindis? She wasn't far. Hello, Miss Galindis.
Who are you?
You can call me Columbina.
Rerir? My Rerir? Is he well?
He's...
Better than he was.
Others have had a rough time on his account too. And I'm not just talking about the children of the Crimson Moon.
So, things got worse before they got better.
Are you sure you wish...
Yes. This is my opportunity to learn that.
I admire your courage. However, time is short. Rerir had seeds of hatred in his heart, but in the end, beyond that. But I'm sure that you've always...
I'm sorry, Miss Columbina.
It's all right. Well, that's up.
Wait. Time flows backwards here. The road ahead.
I know. I intend to reach...
Without a moon marrow, without the 3 moons' power, you won't make it far. Wait, unless...
You could say that.
I see. I often think to myself, if life, and it's not just me, I must seem so ridiculous. I can't answer these basic questions, and yet thinking back, I was suddenly overcome with fear and terror in that. I used to be a researcher at the Universitas Magistrorum in Conria, researching the iridescent moon's marrow. Rerir was one of the Vinster King's retainers. With me, I wanted to help him escape his lot in life. I wanted him to be happy. So I thought at the time, I thought I could just go back to the day that the Vinster King first found the princess. It was only after meeting the princess that the Vinster King started going too far with his research into the abyss. That was the day all of our woes began. I couldn't kill the Vinster King himself, so I had to find another way to save Rerir. That's why I wanted to go back. To kill. I'm sure it was a futile endeavor, but the abyss probably enhances the base. But I was simply too weak. I know I'm never getting out of here. But you're different.
How do you plan to help?
Have you noticed the golden energy? Based on my past research and my observations since, I can share what I've learned and help you. I think you just might. Also, the documentation was scanned, but from what I have no way of verifying any of it by this point. But if it's true.
Understood.
I'm the one who should be thanking you. If you hadn't entered this realm of everlasting death, what use would my deductions be? Thanks to you? About Rerir.
It wasn't your...
That's not true. Because we both feared bringing trouble upon each other. But enough about that. And may the outside world never have to experience pain like this. Rerir, you're there. I cannot see you, because you exist in the future. I expect we'll be trapped in this prison of space-time for all eternity. But please, gaze upon the past, and then sit for a while. Let's find a place to sit down together, just like we did when we first met.
How long have I been walking? How much further till I reach the end? Is there even an end to be... Everything's getting blurry. Are you all right, little sister? Have you come from...
did the moons just disappear?
The world is a vast and ancient place.
Miss Nicole explained that the moon goddesses likely perished in the War of Funerary Flame.
Am I missing something then?
Why do their birthplaces differ? What's the difference between the two generations of moon goddesses?
Also, remember what Sandrone said? Her scans detected 4 moons. In other words, 4 moon marrows.
Technically, in other words, this piece of information alone isn't enough for us to know how Miss Columbina is doing right.
Yep. We have no way of staying up to date on whether... But at least she's trying her... Yeah. She's a tough cookie. As much as it pains me to say it. That maniac is, I'll be frank. Our only hope of defeating this false god is with a real moon goddess on our side. And I know that even she was no match for him when he attacked.
We're not giving up on saving her. Whether she...
Right. Don't worry, Miss Sandrone. We're all aligned on saving Columbina.
No one's trying to argue that we can only justify saving our friend because it will help save the world. This is about
So... she's more than just...
Absolutely.
Duh! She's part of the gang! Yes, I know. You don't need to labor the point. I knew that anyway. As I'd probably get there if I could computing power. No, the issue isn't energy, it's processing power. There's...
That's a tricky...
René de Petrichor of the Nazissenkreuz Ordo once foretold, however, that won't work for me. His methodology was vastly different. This is so annoying. What do we... you don't get it, do you? I'm trying to calculate the fate of an entire world, and I need... Anyway.
Either way, we've done what we can. Rest well, everyone. Remember to let us know if anything new comes up.
Hat guy? Is he hinting that we should talk outside?
Let's go somewhere a little more private. You know that Dory went back to Sumeru, right?
Yeah, she mentioned...
Things aren't looking good for Notcry. She's gone to From what I know of Dottore, there are 2 possible reasons why he hasn't made a move yet. One is that he's still working through some kinks in his new powers. The other is, he'll easily devour everything eventually. The first false god he made was me. Now it's his turn. He once told me that becoming a god, he's always wanted to get his greedy hands in the desert of Sumeru. There is a chessboard, but creating games and setting rules. Gods do that as a matter of course. Now he has the Trilunar Authority. His power is leagues beyond the common people. I don't think there's any point in other nations rushing to the front line. They're better off focusing on defense. And either way, Dory will inform Lesser Lord. The 7 will have some recourse available. If nothing else. So on the bright side, even if Notcry is doomed...
That's good to know. But I'm not ready to give up.
There's a word for people who refuse to let anything go. It's called being greedy.
Maybe it sounds greedy to you, and probably naive too. But whatever you call it, that's what gives me the determination to keep fighting. Battles are fleeting, but the will to fight is a long-term commitment. Give up for even a moment, and your resolve...
Why do you always feel the need to do the right thing? No, I mean, who's gonna criticize you if you fail?
Don't take this the wrong way, but Dottore said something similar to me. I guess the Fatui attracts...
Not necessarily. It's less about belief for me. I just want to know how determined you really are. After all...
You look kinda worried.
If your arch-nemesis was about to achieve their ultimate goal...
That's true. Dottore is about to become an omniscient, omnipotent deity. Still, you're calmer than I expect.
Obviously. I have to admit that my past self was a reckless fool who misunderstood not only the point of revenge, in as much as I want my vengeance, I know I'm not gonna get it by acting alone. Too bad it never taught me any other virtues, though.
So, what's...
I'll get to that. First,
Just like Paimon said.
How much do you trust her? This is a serious question.
Although she's with the Fatui, she has her own values, and she's helped us a lot. If nothing else, she's clearly going the extra. I see no reason not to trust.
If you say so. In that case, the three of us need to talk. It can be solved.
But how much? If I can afford it, I'll cover it.
Sometimes your heroism really backs me into a corner. You know that? Come on, let's go talk to her.
Miss Androne, Traveler.
Hey there.
Paimon's here too! She was just helping them sort through their things. That was fast.
Well, you said it was urgent, so we got here as quickly as we could.
Albedo, I have some alchemy questions for you.
I see. Looks like my knowledge proved useful after all. If I might ask, what is the end goal for the modified formula you'll—
I needed to predict the future of the entire world. But I've run into some teething issues since trying to implement Renee.
I see. I'll have a look at it. Still, computing power is the real issue here. How do you plan to solve—
About that, it's been sort—
Oh, with the Traveler's help?
Actually, you're not wrong. He found the—
Was it Hat Guy?
Yeah, it was—
Wow! Go, Hat Guy! Seems like all that time studying at the academia is—
But where is he? Wasn't he the one who asked—
Come with me.
Hat Guy? What's happened to him?
Hat Guy! Can you hear us? No response. I guess he's in hibernation.
Hat Guy mentioned that he was a puppet. It seems that his functions are currently shut down. I presume this has something to do with the solution to your computing problem.
That's right. He and the Traveler came to see me. Wait, what? You have a solution?
Would you calm down? Why do you always react so
Excuse me? How would you know? You shouldn't be so quick to judge complete—
Oh, please. It doesn't take that long to figure out that
Where does a mere student get—
I've actually published more papers than you. Not that status counts for much. Even Paimon's applied for academia admission.
Huh? Are you serious?
See? This is why I can't be bothered to explain myself.
Okay, fine. I'll hear you out. So, tell me.
This world itself is constantly processing all kinds of information. If it's the world's future you're trying to calculate, you need a processing device that's designed to cope with that volume.
Easier said than done. Only Irminsul can handle that kind of— Wait, is that what you're suggesting? But surely we can't just plug my formula directly into the ley lines.
You should be able to tell that I'm not human, right?
Yeah, I noticed. The technology, though, seems pretty ancient.
Conrian, to be precise. I'm what they would have called a puppet. Puppets need an energy source and processing power. The artisans who built them sought out the materials most suited for that purpose.
You? Do you mean—
The Traveler and I have talked it over. He's willing to vouch for you. So, I'll allow you to borrow my core for your account. It was built using wood from a silver white tree.
Conrian technology and Irminsul wood? Are you sure about this? A puppet without its core will cease functioning completely. And if it's left in that state for too long—
I can put two and two together, yes.
I won't lie to you. This has never been done before.
Doesn't matter.
Did you two actually talk this through?
Yes, we discussed it. The bottom line, let's give it a shot, shall we?
Honestly, I have no clue where this kid even came from. But for whatever reason, he lent me his core to use in my formula. I'm very close to finishing my calculations now, and the core is currently in use. So I'm sorry, but I can only show you a sketch right now. This is what the core looks like.
A silver white branch.
Is Hat Guy gonna be okay?
He's not gonna die, right?
In theory, beyond that, all I can say is that I'll try my best to avoid risks and make sure the core doesn't...
I think I know why you called us here now. Someone needs to watch over his body and make sure it's protected until the process...
Correct. He said that the only ones he trusts here are you two.
He will have our undivided attention.
Aww.
On a more positive note, things are progressing steadily on my end. I'll call everyone in for a meeting once the results are out.
The worst case scenario with the core removal is either a system reset or a total loss of function. But I'm not afraid. A core is completely different from a heart. It's like another vital organ entirely. I never believed it could be a true replacement for what I sought, but in the end, it turns out the core was more useful to me. Pretty funny. Do you think there's any difference between a puppet and a human? I have already... Part of me wonders whether I'm only capable of making this decision because I've become a real human. What's with that?
Sandrone will succeed, won't she?
She will. We all have to persevere until this is over.
That's right. And I'll protect you all until the
Call me Sonnet. Oh, goodness. You recognize me? Columbina. Hyposelenia. What a lovely name it was. Friends. You mean your friend? Huh? Oh, sorry. You must be exhausted. I have helped. Do you mean the other two moon goddesses? Arya and Canon? Wow, you sure know a lot. It's all right. We were prepared for that possibility. You could say we were too prepared. I can't even... When did you get here? How long has it been? I can't say for sure, but it feels like it's been forever. I see. Are you feeling all right? You look a little... We don't have far to go. The place where my sisters and I are based is just up ahead. Don't worry, they're both really nice. I'll introduce you. Sisters, I'm back. And look who I've brought with me. It's our lovely little sister. The pleasure is all... Allow me to introduce you to Columbina. This is Arya, the god, and this is Canon, goddess of the Frost Moon. Canon.
Hello, Columbina. I apologize for our startled reaction just now.
It's fine.
You seem shy.
Could you tell me where you... Please.
My dear sis, this is where Tevat's original ruler, the Dragon King Nibelung.
What? You're scared? No, please.
Nibelung. Our original master created us in the distant past.
But he left this world and traveled into the dark universe beyond to explore worlds.
Day and night, we fulfilled our duty in the heavens.
The great ruler of the firmament.
The heavenly principles.
Is that what later generations call them? I see. We coexisted in peace. They were like a guest in our home.
Slowly, however, we came to realize that our guest...
And you didn't stop it?
No. There was an order to the rules they set up that Nibelung never taught us. We wanted to know if this order would bode good or ill for Tivat. All right. Canon and I wanted to know. Sonnet was against it from the outset.
Later, we discovered that this great ruler of the firmament bore an almost paranoid hostility toward the desire of certain life forms to seek power. They would even cast down celestial nails as manifestations of their power.
Only this was far beyond...
Right. Their rules brought order, but the price people paid for merely testing the limits of those rules. I did everything in my power to help the punished escape catastrophe, but still, too many lives were lost.
The ancestors of the Frost Moon Sun.
But just when we had decided to take countermeasures...
And so began the...
So, that's the name the world gave.
Well, who won in the end? As far as I know, the heavenly principles and the world's original master. And what of the moons?
You can tell us the truth, Columbina. We know we are...
Only the Frost Moon remained. The eternal and iridescent moons were both shattered during the war. So death finally came from...
Sonnet.
But you're still here.
A moon goddess cannot live without her moon, Columbina.
She's right. That's why I began to disappear. Because the Frost Moon is cut off by the...
Our souls may endure within this lunar palace, but...
Then... I'm sorry.
There's no need to apologize to us. If anything, we owe the world an apology. If only we decided to act sooner.
All the more reason not to spend this time in regret and repentance. Instead, we should focus our efforts on...
Sorry?
Don't you see, Columbina, your story is not yet over. Is that not why you are here?
It's done. Initiate numerological array. Continue running primary process. Calculate the world's fate through extrapolation. And secondary process? Scan for moons. Still 4. The number... Wait, let me think. Is it possible that there's something I've been misunderstanding? Variables. I know where potential variables within the world come from. So what about the moons? Like their life or death, for instance. What if being alive or dead makes no difference to a moon? But that's so strange. Even immortal gods can die. Why would the moons... Wait! I've got it! If alive or dead is considered a variable, we might have had this wrong the whole time. No one ever said that a moon marrow equals a living moon. We just made that initiate secondary process. Scan again. This time filtering out interfering perimeter. Moon marrow. I don't care if they're natural or artificial. Why? It says 3 moons still exist in Tivat, even after excluding the moon marrows. But we know for a fact that 2 of them are dead. Redo the scan. Narrow the results to living moons and real moons. No, why? What is this, Columbina? Has the world lied to us? Or are you the one pulling the wool over our eyes?
So, you think that the moon's reflection might be where Nibelung imprisoned the 3 moon sisters?
Yes, it would explain a lot, such as why that space would respond to a moon goddess's power. It would also explain why Miss Columbina has been unable to leave, and why time—
In the messages she sent, Columbina promised us she'd find a way to return. but we have no way of knowing.
The fact that she still has yet to reappear in this world indicates that returning from that place is no easy feat. We cannot afford to simply wait for her.
So you're saying, if she could return by her own power alone?
Yes. She certainly wouldn't leave it to this late stage when it's so touch and go. I've been giving this some thought, and I've come to believe that Luana's harm might be an anchor that she left behind, as a sort of future waypoint. This could also explain why Luana—
Sounds like a plausible theory. If that's the case, there must be some The question is...
Hello? Listen up! This is Not only is Columbina alive, but she may well exist in a form unimaginable to— I'm still unclear on the details, but she's done something truly inconceivable in the past. And the clue to what she's done lies in the moon and Teyvat.
Truly amazing.
I'm sure we all feel the same. And I'm sure Columbina is...
I'll keep my calculations going and try to find some way of coordinating with her. But that's not an excuse for everyone else to slack off, okay?
How can the dead moon still live? And Luanatar...
It's hard to believe that's what will happen in the
Our authority is linked to the most fundamental rules of Teyvat.
I didn't realize that when you said friends, you meant people who live down in Teyvat. That's so lovely. I always wanted... Have you ever... Of course. Between us, we've tried everything. But no matter where we go, this space will eventually bring us...
It's like the center of a whirlpool.
In that case, have you tried using any of those pathways that connect this space to the... Sorry? They're passages through which you can make small-scale changes to reality. Or am I the only one who can use those passages?
Kuvaki.
You don't know? It's... a unique...
Oh. Well, it's true that the moons first rose up, but there is no difference in the elemental energy between there and anywhere else.
What? Could you show us some of this... Kuvaki? Hyposelenia? Okay.
Isn't that just your power?
What? But it's everywhere in Notcry. In the air, in the land. Even the creatures who live there have adapted to its influence.
How curious. This Kuvaki certainly did not exist,
let alone influence living creatures. So, how exactly does it affect them anyway? Can they float in the air like us? This is so strange. Why would their reality differ so much from mine?
Columbina. You're looking for more than just a way out of here, aren't you?
Yes. You mean... you'll need our power?
This sounds extremely... The Three Moons' powers are not mutually compatible. Concentrating them into one goddess...
I know.
Even so, let's say we successfully transfer our authority to you. How will you take it outside this prison? Nibelung constructed this realm specifically to prevent us from using our powers to interfere in his war. No moon goddess can leave.
What if...
Where do we even start? How are we supposed to figure out what we're meant to do to help
Columbina?
If she really got to the beginning of time in there, how do you think she'd leave it? You don't think she'd write it down on a stone tablet somewhere in the
Columbina may not talk a lot, but she thinks deeply about...
Let's review what we know. This is the Columbina who fought alongside us against the Reykir of Solnari. And she knows our personalities, our ways of doing things, even our youth. So, if she wanted to tell us something from a long, long time ago... Oh. traveler. You once said that those golden ripples also appeared when Luanatar. What if Columbina left Luanatar here, not just as an anchor to the real world, but for if she is part of Columbina, and Columbina knows that I can see past events through her?
Oh, yeah. Like when you peeked into Rare.
Never, wait. If you're right about this, and you can really see past events through Luanatar, your eyes, they'll...
Oh, I know. Looking at Rerir's past in Conria was already enough of a strain on my eyes. Looking this far back into the past, it'll surely blind me. But it's our only chance. This...
Boss.
We spoke about this once, a long time ago. Do you remember what I said, Yehoda? The day I lose my sight, the Curatorium of Secrets will be yours.
But...
What's wrong? I'd be overjoyed if I were you. This day's come a lot earlier than either of us expected. I need to know you'll honor our agreement, Yehoda.
Yes.
Are you sure you don't want...
What is there to think through? I should have gone blind after our battle with Rerir. Frankly, it's almost criminal that I got...
Then at least let me take some precautions on your end. If you really do lose your sight, I'll visit your office every day and make sure you're well...
Oh, please, anything but that. I was actually ready to go through with this. Are you trying to scare me?
As if I could ever scare you.
All right, enough chit-chat. Let's...
All done.
Good. Now give me some space. Come on then, little one. Show me what happened in the past.
Between the Trilunar Authority, Kuvaki, and the sole surviving moon, I think I might time to go talk it over with them.
Benny's in. La da 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 da.
Understood.
We can do this!